All right, second video, and this time I'm doing some weighted pull-ups. Um, and no, this is not really handstands, but yeah, I will do handstands in between the sets and as part of my workout. But it's not really the focus. Today is a pulling session, and I'm doing weighted chin-ups. At the moment, it's 40 kgs, and I'm only doing concentrics. I think this is something I got from Dominic Sky to do concentrics first for a certain period of time only, only concentrics, and then after that switch to eccentrics, but increase the weight. Yeah, I will. I've never done this before. I will see if this works, but it's definitely an interesting approach. And in the middle, I went for some handstands. I tried to do straight handstand 30-second. That was fine, but the first time I actually forgot to film it. I just took a video because I screwed up with the phone. Um, and so I did it a second time, but I think that's also not too bad. And afterwards, I tried to go for some straddle handstands, but I really struggled with this. I don't know, it's the mental component, and I guess I was also a little bit exhausted from the rest of the workout. But at least in the very end, I managed to do a pretty long, like 30-second half straddle. I didn't get to full straddle this session because I wanted to do 30 seconds straight, then 30 seconds half straddle. Then, if I get that 30 seconds full straddle, and if I get that 30 seconds tuck, that was my idea to progress. Apart from that, I'm really happy how my strength held up because I wasn't able to train for a prolonged period of time. Like since the end of November, basically, I've been unable to train consistently due to, yeah, life and also sickness. Yeah, so this kickup was really weird because I was ready to bail, but then while bailing, I felt that I was able to catch it. So I caught it, but then I corrected too much and I fell back into underbalance. But that has never happened to me, that I was already mid bail practically, but then I felt I could catch it anyway. But yeah, here's definitely some lack of concentration and maybe already a little bit exhausted from the rest of the session. And I just managed to work up 240 kgs concentric weighted pull-ups uh, pretty much, yeah, by the end of November. So I had like two sessions in the end of December where I did weighted chin-ups as well, but to be able to do three sets of three, like with pauses between the individual reps, is very nice. Like I'm very, very happy with that. I also did some stretching in between that I didn't film, but that also was really good. I'm impressed. Like it was pancake stretching, and I'm impressed that the flexibility held up to such a high degree. I really wouldn't have expected that. I like earlier, like a few years ago, I feel like whenever I took longer breaks, my strength would decline massively. Um, so I'm really happy to basically get right back in where I started. Um, I also did some curls, which I didn't film, and they actually increased the weight. So I basically took a long break and increased the weight after coming back, which is not something that should make sense or that should be like that should be possible. But here it felt right. Maybe it is because it's all very low reps, and maybe it's because it's not really at the limit of my strength. I don't know because usually, like your peak strength should decrease after such a such a long period without training. Or maybe it's just that the body is not able to keep up that level of strength for a prolonged period of time. So maybe if I like trained, I don't know, say 5 to 10 sets of pull-ups weighted, and maybe then the first 2 or 3 sets would be fine after taking a break, but then the later sets would be impaired. But because I'm just doing so little volume with relatively high intensity, I don't feel that effect so much. I think that would also be a possibility. But yeah, I'm happy to have been able to finish the second day and to record it and to do this. And I also finished with a pretty nice long half straddle handstand hold. So yeah, a successful training session.